how to take action on making 2016 your best year ever. Um, I have been an entrepreneur for about a year now, and I know I'm pretty new, but I've been a serial entrepreneur. I've tried a bunch of other things, mostly MLMs, but I'm finally starting to branch out on my own. And I have done, a number of personal development books. I've done a lot of seminars. I listened to everything, and against my, I guess, better judgment, I would call it. Um, Everybody always said, you write down things that you learn and take action. Well, I wrote everything down. A lot. I have notebooks full of stuff. Um, but I was always afraid to take action, more so because I wasn't necessarily sure of where I was going. Or what I needed to do to actually take action. And it wasn't until reading You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero that she really kind of shook me. And I did it through audibles.com, so I actually listened to her read it, which is a much better way to read books. Um, but anyways, so I have a few tips to make 2016 your best year ever. And I've spoken before about daily disciplines and how important those are. Do things daily that other people aren't willing to do, like this, read The Slight Edge, or Compound Effect. Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, or The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, if you need any information on that. But in order to take action, I've made a couple of points to help you achieve great things in 2016. So the first thing that I suggest you do is to make a to-do list. Write down, the 5 or 10 things that will, move your business forward. So if it's getting your website up and running, if it's setting up your Etsy store, if it is creating a webinar, if it's creating an online course, write down the things that will get you more business, will get you moving in the right direction that you want to go down. Just write them down. Get them all on a piece of paper, makes it easier that way. And then step number 2, of those 5 to 10 things that you've listed, highlight 2, 2 to 3. Highlight those 2 to 3 things that or that you're kind of afraid of, but the things that will really help your business get going. For instance, for me, the thing that I tackled this past week was my website. I had been wanting to do a website, put one together for a long time, was afraid of having to stumble through it myself, thought about hiring somebody, finally just, took the bullet and started to put it together myself. YouTube is very useful for this, by the way. So that was one thing. I knew I needed to get a website together, and I knew I needed to get that up running. So that was my number 1 thing. My number 2 thing is getting my blog going. I blogged on and off a little while ago, but I really need to get in the habit of doing that. And so that is my number 2 thing that I'm working on to get done this calendar year to make 2016 even better. So those are 2 of my 3 things that I've highlighted on my to-do list. And so my third tip, after you've 1, made the to-do list, 2, have highlighted 2 to 3 things, and your number 3 thing that you want to do is do one right now, as in before November is up. Do one of them. So whether that means that, on Black Friday, while everybody else is shopping, you're spending a few hours getting something in the works. Get going on that task that is terrifying to you, that you need to do, and will build your business. And then schedule those other 2 or 3 things to be done in the next month or 2. If you are continuing to work through the holiday season, you will have an edge up on everybody who's like, oh, I'll just wait till January 1st to get all that stuff done. I'll enjoy the holidays, I'll just get it done now. Well, if you take that big task and you spend 15 to 30 minutes a day on that big task between now and January 1st, the task is going to be done. And that's one thing that is huge. I find that really helpful to spend 15 to 30 minutes on a huge task every day to get it done and out of the way instead of sitting down and getting totally overwhelmed by it. And then number 4 for taking action is to believe. This is a whole nother periscope in and of itself, but you have to believe that these things are going to help your business. You have to believe that you are able to do it to help your business. So you definitely need the belief factor. So if that means reprogramming all of the thoughts that are going through your head or putting up very positive, motivating sticky notes all over your house, then so be it. But you have to believe that something's going to happen with these new things that you're taking action on. Otherwise, you're never going to take action on it, and you're not going to believe that it's going to be worth the effort. So to recap real quick, my 4 tips are: 1, to make a to-do list; 2, highlight 2 to 3 things that will make the greatest impact on your business. Number 3 is do one of them now, as in the next few days, and then schedule the other one to be done before the end of the calendar year. And then 4, believe. Have faith that it's going to help you, and use that to your advantage. And I hope